Hello, welcome to you all. Please, today we are going to learn something special in our syllabus. Most of our learning manuals contain a particular QR code that can lead us to a website where we can simulate some of the experiments and it will increase our understanding with ease. So, our emphasis today is on session 3 of the Physics Year 1 learning material or learner material. Now, if you follow me down, if you are teaching energy, if you follow, we keep going, we keep going. After learning thermometers and everything, even during gas thermometer, you will need a particular experiment to explain yourself very well. And also as a student, you will need this to understand it very well. So let's look at how we can use some of them, starting with this one today. So if you go down, you keep going as we keep going. We keep going. Here are experiments that you're supposed to perform that you may not be able to due to one or two reasons. But let's keep going. If we get to page 25 of session 3, learner material on thermometers and temperature, there's a QR code here. Now, that QR code is there for an activity which is absolute zero and pressure. Now, you may not have the setup in your experiment, in your laboratory, but you can enter this web page and simulate and also have the view of how it will be in a real experiment. So if you scan this code, it will quickly give you this kind of link, the link here. And if you click on the link, it will quickly, let me just click on it and we all go together. Once you click on the link, it will open to this page. Now we have ideal, we have explore, we have energy, we have diffusion. So if you are teaching diffusion, you may need this. If you're teaching energy, you may need this. If you are teaching, but here we need some property of gas. And what we need is this one. So you just click on it. And then it will open. If it opens and bring you here, please understand the interface so that you'll be able to use it accordingly. Now, this thing here is a thermometer. And the reading of this thermometer is shown up here in Kelvin. So it means you can change the Kelvin to degrees. And this here is a barometer measuring the pressure inside this container. And the pressure is measured in atm. And if you can click here, you can choose kilopascal if you are used to kilopascal than atm. So I can choose kilopascal. It means that in order to know the actual Pascal, I'll multiply every answer by 1,000 and it will give me the actual Pascal. Now, this is a handle that you can use to open the top so that your container will not be closed. So you can hold it and close the container. And this is another handle that you can use to adjust the size of your container, either inward or outward. So I'll leave it here for now. Now, this is also a pump that you are going to use to pump particles into the medium. So, the pump particles of two different kinds, either this bigger one or this smaller one. To understand it, let's move on to the top here, where they have indicate particles. We have heavy particles and we have light particles. Now, the pump has been simplify here. Now, let me start. If I click on the forward, it means I want to release particles which are heavy into the system. So let me click here. 1. I've released 1 particle. 2. I've released 2 particles. I can click here and it will release more at once. Now, if you click this backwards arrow, it will absorb it into the system. So for instance, if I click here, it will pull it into the system. If I click here, you see it has pulled 1, leaving only 1. Now if I click here, it will release 1. If I click back, it will pull that 1 into the system. Now if we click this one, it means we are going to release a bunch of them. The same way when we say the light one is just a particular kind of atom we are going to release, a little bit lighter than the first one. See that the first one, blue one, is big and the red one is small. The same thing happens. So if you use the pump, you can pull the pump up, meaning you have dragged in some quantity of particles, and then you push it down and then you release it. So that's how it is. So if you want, you select the red one here, you pull it up, sorry. So if you can't use here wall because of your this thing, you can come and use this side. So it's simple. So we use this side to pump in the atoms for our experiment to be seen. All right, now let's progress. If you come to this interface here under the particles, these are the things you can hold constant. So for instance, you can say you hold nothing constant, meaning everything is subject to change by the experiment itself. All right, you can hold volume constant. At this time, then you are going to pump in a particular gas. Let me pump in red ones. All right. Now, if I hold the volume constant, it means the volume of this container should not change. Now, I can heat it up or cool it down. And then what is going to happen is that the pressure will be changing. Here, volume is constant and pressure is changing. It will get steadied to a particular point because it was released from one end. Now, you can also say, let me keep temperature constant. If you keep temperature constant, it depends on what you want to check. You can also keep pressure constant. You can keep, here it is pressure and volume, and here pressure with respect to temperature. Are we getting it there? Okay. So it depends. So understand here. Now let's come to the down part. This is the width. You click on this, it gives you the dimension or the length of your container. So let me hold here. Let me hold here and then on the width, I can move it and then it's changing. It's now, let me move it to 6 nanometers. So please take note, it's 6 nanometers. I can move it as far as 15 nanometers. Please, it's a simulation, but then it follows the normal trend. The atoms are too small. So for this container that you are seeing, in order for the atoms to be visible, then this container is really, really small that in physical terms, you can't even see the container. Neither can you see the atoms. But it's a theoretical view. So, but it must still correspond to the experimental data. So that's why it is such small. So the size can be manipulated and then it will be showing. Then when you click on watch, it will display your time here for you to be reading whatever you want, which is per second. And then collision counter, if you want to check the collisions you are getting over time, then you come here, 5 per seconds, 10 per seconds, 20 per seconds, and then it will be able to read for you and everything. So let's start. one that I'm going to do so that you have your time to do the rest. And I'll even give you assignment on this. You have to work on it to be recording some figures for me. All right. Now, let me say I'm pumping in 20 heavy particles. So let me pump in 20 heavy particles. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me pump in more at once. I've gotten 59. Let me reduce it. I said I'm pumping 20, so I'll be reducing it to 20. This is 20 particles. Now, 20 particles, let me set it into degrees. It's 180 degrees. Wow. Now, sorry, I didn't say this. This is a heater. And the heater is having a control button here. If you hold it up like this, you are producing fire. If you hold it down, you produce ice. And when you attach ice to anything, the ice draw heat from the thing. So the ice is going to cool the system down. But when you attach fire to something, it heats up. So depending on how you want to do it, you move your hand down or your hand up. If you leave it, it means normal. So now the temperature is what? Let me cool it to 0 degrees and look at the pressure I'm going to have. So I'll pull it down. Now, I want 0 degrees, the fridge one. Hey, it's going too fast, so I'll come down. 0, hey. Then you have to heat it. It's not rushing work. You take your time. You are doing experiment like that. Okay, atraso. Perfect. This is 0 degrees. At 0 degrees, having 20 heavy particles inside my simulator, what will be the pressure? Now, there's nothing being constant here. So the pressure keeps changing because the container may cool themselves up and I'm in normal room temperature. It's like removing food from the fridge and putting it outside in your room. It will heat up because your room is hotter than the inside of your fridge. So what happens? You have to hold certain things constant for your value to stand still. So the first thing I hold constant is maybe temperature. When I hold temperature constant over time, the pressure will stay 1 point. It won't be changing again. But I just held it constant for now. So you see that it will come relax. At a point, take your time and do it. At a point, it will stay cool and it will be moving up and down. Now, if the temperature is constant, let me increase. What can I increase? You can guess. Once temperature is constant, the fire is no more. Because once you apply fire, temperature will increase. And once you apply the ice, temperature will reduce. So when you say temperature is constant, what happens is that your fire will vanish. So that is that. Let me also repeat another one. Let me pump in some light ones. Let me pump them. I've pumped 50 at once. What can I hold constant? Let me hold the volume constant. Now look at something. Once you hold volume constant, you see that the handle vanishes. It means you can't pull it back or forward. So let me hold it for you to see. The handle vanishes. Now volume is constant. Temperature is 26 degrees. Let me increase temperature and let's see what will happen. I'll hold the fire, pull it up. Now temperature is running like that. Temperature is running. Temperature is running. Hey, I am at what? 561 degrees. Wow. What is my pressure? The pressure is around what? It will get steady at a point and then you'll be able to record. So you have to take your time. Now, let me hold different thing constant and let's see. Let's say let me hold pressure constant. Let me hold pressure constant. Now I'm holding the pressure constant and the pressure is what? 16.2 atm. Let me go and use Pascal. It means 1645 Pascal. Let me increase temperature and let's see something. Now look at what is happening. When I increase temperature, you see that the container was increasing. If the container doesn't increase, it can't keep the pressure. Now let me cool it. Let me attach ice. Sorry, it has left the constant. It has left to nothing. So let me come back. Pressure is constant. Let me cool it down. Once you are cooling, now the ice you can attach it slowly. So let me attach some slow ice. Small ice. You see how slowly it is coming? It's coming slowly. So the pressure is always at that particular constant place. And I can also add some small fire and it will be going back. It will be going back. So you see that when pressure is kept constant, increasing temperature increases the volume. Are we there? Now let me keep volume constant. If I keep volume constant, look at the pressure here. If I increase fire, pressure will be increasing. Fast, 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 fast. If I attach ice, pressure will be decreasing. Fast, 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 fast. That is why we can use pressure of a gas to determine temperature or volume of a gas to determine temperature. So come here and play with it, adjust it so you understand it better, and you'll be given a work on this. And this is your work that you have to do. I won't type it, I will say it. But those who don't watch it to the end will not hear the work. Prepare a table. This is your assignment. Prepare a table on this experiment. Mix 50 heavy ones with 25 light ones. And set volume to be constant. Record your pressure at freezing point of water and boiling point of water. That is one. Also, release only 70 of the heavy atoms and set pressure to be constant. Starting with a volume of 10 nanometers. Tell us the temperature at which the volume will be 17 nanometers. The temperature change for which you will get 17 nanometers. This is your assignment. Do it and submit. Thank you.